Server's crashing. Okay, not doing that. Okay, that's not gonna work. Testing this. That's not gonna work. Testing this. Okay, I can hear myself. Let's get on to Final Fantasy 14. Let's do this. Need a shot? Only thing we gathered before the Mark of the Scholar. Are you familiar with the stone? Or needed the City of Learning. Pray for our dear friend's soul and bid her peaceful return to the light of Mother Crystal. Lights over here. I never noticed that. What's going on?
Forgive me, Moonbreeder. Had I been quicker or wiser, but I was not, and you paid the price. But you would not suffer us to wallow in our sorrow, would you? You would tell us to pick ourselves up and get on with it. And so we shall. We shall defend this realm and her people to the last.
Life for death, a fair exchange. Other bargains will be struck.
Okay, let's head back. I can't fly above these. Guess I now can fly no higher. You keep telling me, game. What is that? Still alive. Let's carry with her to jump by the warmth and cheer. All sadness diminished, but little forgive me, as innocent is my job being pulled of strength for all the others to lean upon. Yet I also believe the grief we now feel is precious in no way and not to be lightly swept aside. Do you not agree, Mana? Twitch. I want to head back to my channel, Twitch. Okay, is this working? We're back? Is this working? Okay. Okay. A dagger has been thrust through my breast. And we must learn to bear if we are to forge ahead with our duties. Battles we evolve, taking the lives of so many, Louis Hall, Moon and Brea, our fellows in the Waking Sands. Spirit and dedication to our cause, however, never be as lost as long as we rise to fight once more. Remind you of this, of course, just for my own benefit, that I repeat these words, a reaffirmation of my own chosen path. If I do not rebuild the foundation of my resolve, I am likely to collapse in a fit of weeping. There's no other to whom I could display such weakness. You are my pillar of strength, and I fear I shall need your steadfast presence in the days to come. Dream 1, I crown my loss. To honor the fallen, the living forge ever on, towards the light of a new day. I'm going to accept this quest, but Mifune has a request. If you moment, Mana, I believe Ida wishes to work with you. Prepare to lend sympathetic ear to her troubles. She's not been herself, since more bread is passing, my heart aches to see her so downcast. Hey, let's go! Hey, it's Mana, great! I'm trying to stay positive, but it's just hard, you know? I know Mona would tell me all if she saw me moping around like this. I decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. It's an order for a moon daisy with Rona a little while ago, and it's ready to be picked up. Liz, I find Rona to be difficult at the best of times, and, well, this isn't one of them. I know it's silly, but I can't just face at the moment, so I was wondering, do you think you could collect it for me? The coin to pay the flower right here. So much, I'll be waiting for you and the daisies at Wraith Frost. Trade. As we know, make most of towns. Don't let and save your arrows at the bleeding market. Find use your time, that is. But still now say no, or they'll have you look out the Chocobo stables next. Here, then take it and tell Ida. Last, I've got a wide selection of headwear and stock. Sure needs to replace a dowdy old masker. God knows she needs to. Oh, it's still over there. Okay. Oh, I gotta. Go. So no one should just not take no for an answer. Every time I visit her, she insists I replace my advisor with a more fashionable. So I look with it. It is. She said again, and then again, and then again. It drives me crazy. Really appreciate you doing this. So anyway, let's see it. These things, you know. I hope that somehow she knows I'm still thinking of her.
I'll never forget you, Moon. None of us will.
The song riseth to a crescendo.
Is that what I think it is?
Hello, can you hear me? We have received grave tidings from Ishgard. Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
Okay, well, let's go. Let me just. Dun, 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 dun. Must be sorely found. Last recent developments in Ishgard leaves us little time to mourn. The envoy from Korthus will soon arrive, and we must hasten to hear our report. The envoy's here. Thank you for receiving me such a short notice. Time is of the essence, so I would forego the usual pleasantries if I may. Certainly, you come with news, Dravanians. Dragons have begun their attack in earnest. The first wave reached the Central Highlands a short while ago, and battles joined soon thereafter. Sir Emmerich himself sallied forth with a contingent of Temple Knights and several companies of the old House of Finest. The beasts were ultimately forced to retreat. Such may be called came the cost of many around too many. Notwithstanding the second wave, the Dramians renewed their assault. Paint a grim picture, my lady. Is reinforcement you seek, then? We do, though pricks our pride. The plans cannot protect Ishgard. Then my house by the Whore, Sir Emmerich will meet with you, discuss possibility of enlisting your aid. Well, I should depart for Korthus at once. It's warning, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Brave is by no means assured. Our commitment to quelling the unrest in Ul'dah must take precedence. Such contingencies in mind that I must make another request. Signs of 7th Dawn know for closing ties with all three grain companies in Orza. We consent to plead our case to their leaders. I would gladly appeal to the grain companies on your behalf. I dare not promise a favorable reply. You say more concerning our past dwellings with the Arrows and Alliance. I can well imagine how our plea will be received. Faith Ishgard hangs in the balance. We must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising. See, very well. I shall send envoys to each of the island nations and have them present your request directly to the head of the grand companies. If your plea does not receive favorable answers, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard. Only to be expected, rest assured that I speak with Sir Emmerich's authority and his mother and our nations are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Which brings me to a final request, a personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light. The Lord Commander much desires to speak with you, regardless of your fellow's involvement. You faced Mistgormr and survived. Anything you can share of your experience may yield us an advantage over our foe. Thank you. You wear the mental hero well. Seem the road leads to Camp Dragonhead. Seek me out when you arrive, Mana.
The sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken. Brothers and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus. The sinner's feeble magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
Ba-da-dum-bum. Speaking of Alphinaud and Camp Dragonhead. Seems as the swifter Mana, you two, however, arrive with no time to spare, for our host has yet to make an appearance. Camp tell of some manner of trouble against judgment in Lord Commander's absence, suggests we visit the place and find out what is afoot. There we go. I felt the marrow freeze within my bones. It's just much more mere doors. They are almost there of Ishgard's magical wars. The first line of defense can be so easily shattered. scum, how dare they meddle with our divine protection? I shall rid our nation of the blasphemy, even means cutting them down one by one. We need not fret over much. There's yet several layers of arcane protection that shield the city of invasion. Mother will be fine. Heretic struck first and most telling blow against the Ishgard. As we expect you at Camp Dragonhead. Apologies, we had a chance to hear some trouble at the gates and thought it would be prudent to investigate the cause. And you learned the heretic's treachery. Lady Ashhart led a force of followers against our defenders and came close enough to dispel the first of our wars. Well, let's speak more of this camp. Sir Emmerich awaits you. Should for us direct action against city, come let's do a little bid and return to Camp Dragonhead. Lord Archivant should know where Sir Emmerich means to receive us. Indeed, to behold the countenance of a friend when one's homeland teeters upon the brink of disaster. No single misstep could send us plunging to the abyss. Your heroic presence stokes the flame of courage within my heart. Now come, Dragon, listen, my parting Lord Commander has arrived and will treat you in the ancestry. Such haste and apologize for my absence. If I say Lady Ishgard and her heretics have much to answer for. Yes, we are but recently returned from the gates of judgment ourselves. Given the circumstance, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience. Contrary, Master Alphen, I think it's more important than ever that this meeting takes place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's wall the moment our business concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I introduce you to a close friend and stellar ally, Estinian. I guess I'm about to meet the man himself I have heard so much about. May I present to you Ishgard's Azure Dragoon. Impressive title, though I confess I know precious little of the Order of the Dragoons. They are formidable warriors all, yet even among such masters of the lance, Estinian is without equal. He is, out of all the warriors of Ishgard, chosen to wield the power of the dragons, and may thus contend with any Dravanian. You flattered me overmuch, Lord Commander. So you are the adventurer of whom they speak. See now why my blood fair sank in anticipation of our meeting. Well, now that we have all been introduced, let us proceed the matter at hand. I will share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's design as confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. It would seem like Iceheart and the Dravians share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Nidhogg, one of the 7 great worms. Name features prominent in history, though once defeated by the hero Haldrath, the beast is said to have terrorized Korthas since Ishgard's founding. Many are the scars of our walls bear from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. Trophy Haldrath plucked from the beast's worm skull, simply known as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard and one possessed of untold power. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature will be restored to the height of his strength, and then no wall or ward we could erect would be stout enough to deny him. The vengeful sun hath waged war on Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depth of his rancor. The Eye itself is secreted deep within the vault. It's kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But those stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics. The dragons are another matter. There are individuals within the Dervanian horde whom the entire company of knights would labor to repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Nor does age rob them of their strength. Through the endless march of years, the dragons endure, patient, calculating, and inaccessible. You must understand, these creatures do not share a perception of time. That is especially true of the great worms, they who spend centuries in slumber only to wake and resume their campaign as if mere hours have passed. Been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies, 20 years for him to gather the strength and for us to bolster our defenses, and now, just as he seems to prime return, the heretics strike at the gates. I believe that lady's Iceheart is in league with the creature then. Of that we cannot be certain. No, we know the heretics covet the Eye. We have been unable to determine their plans for it. This question aside, we must needs address the ragged hole their mistress has seen to fit to rend Ishgard's protection. It is a weakness the Dravians are not likely to leave untested. You describe your plans in admirable detail, Lord Commander, yet cannot help wonder your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us? I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I have bolstered our front lines in readiness for the coming battles against the dragons. Much expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning Keeper of the Lake, however, only you stand to benefit from our assistance in the matter. I'll see why we should intervene in conflict which concerns only Ishgard and Darvania. The Eorzan Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon. You refused us. Not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war? No attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what follow were Ishgard to fall. Raise our city to the ground, the horde will have little cause to linger, and most will return to their lairs in Dravania. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Korthos will be buried in snow, and the land will become the sole province of beasts and beastmen. Until the Garlean's arrival, that is. For you may be certain that the Empire will not hesitate to claim Korthos, and would not even draw steel. Imperial province sharing a border with Mordona, Seven Hells. Very well, we will assist you in repelling dragons. The war of a great worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzel would not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming horde alone. Nor did I think you would. Now upon the matter of the war. Allow me, Sir Emmerich. Through the power of the Eye, I have become the vessel of Nidhogg's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood. Fear not, I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you, and the Eye itself has no relevance to this tale. It's not essential that I bear it with me, wheresoever I go. So your influence does allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice. And the worm who roared was Nidhogg. Aye, he means to hurl his horde against Danfin's collar and shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. No doubt the worm has summoned his minions to war. the circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavor will at least provide us with an opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in a common cause. Sir Aymeric was more ruthless in his negotiations than anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarters when one holds it at stake. The look on his face when he formally requested our assistance, the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open his gates to outsider. I suspect the softening of the Holy See's attitude towards foreign cooperation has come as something of a bittersweet victory. Days ahead promise to be interesting indeed. We are to aid Ishgardians in this war there. Preparations will have to be made, and soon. For proceeding, we must return to the Rising Stones or make a report to Antidote. Rising Stone. Okay. Let's go.
Alphino, it is good to see you. Tell me, what have you learned?
Pray summon the others. Everyone must hear my report.
So this was all but a taste of what's to come.
Indeed. The main host advances upon Ishgard as we speak.
Whose vaunted defenses have been nullified.
Shorn of its wards, the city will bear the full force of Nidhogg's fury.
All those people.
Alphino is right. The Dravanians cannot be allowed to prevail. If Ishgard falls, all of Eorzea will suffer the consequences.
Then you agree that we have no choice but to intervene. For the good of the realm, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Crystal Braves must join the defense of Ishgard.
Let there be no ambiguity about what has been proposed. We would be directly intervening in the war. But if all here believe the cause to be just, then to war we shall go. The path we now embark upon is perilous, but I pray you will walk with us to the end. For those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Then it is settled. I shall inform the Council of our intentions, and request that they contribute their own forces to the defense of Ishgard.
being made to the defense of Ishgard. Did the Archons travel to their assigned nations? Or the Alliance agreed to pledge Grand Company soldiers to Ishgard's cause, our Archons would be on hand to act as intermediaries for the duration of the conflict. While part of persuading the Alliance leaders to grant such support, I leave to Alphanod. For you, my friend, a different task awaits. I will have you reach out to your fellow adventurers and gather what allies you may come for this coming siege. Also, have you considered the matter of our own security? Ravenous Toll is but a short flight from the snowfields of Korthos. Not imaginable that the fighting may spill across the soldiers. We brief Slaftborn on the brewing conflict and discuss potential contingencies. The frontier settlers must be prepared for all that might wing its way over our walls. I hope that such precautions prove unnecessary. Before we leave, I suggest you have Tataru accompany you. She has talent for administration and a firm grasp on practical challenges that we may encounter. Get to travel with Tataru! We are rather close. We best see our own defense and take stock of our supply. Also need to have beds and bandages laid out just in case. The reception is ready for any eventuality. Let's go, Mana. I have 101 things to discuss with Slaftborn. Tataru. Tataru. Korthos, and the toll must be made ready. Increase the number of patrols and lookouts immediately. I'll also see about finding a room for an infirmary as well as temporary housing for victims of conflict. Ishgard has done well by us in the past, and I will return the favor. I only have volunteers fighting self. I'm afraid I must disappoint. I'll now see my fellow guildmembers die on Ishgardian soil, and I'm certain headquarters will say the same. No official Adventurers Guild presence in the siege. That said, each adventurer is of course free to do as he or she will. I have word with some people who are capable colleagues on your behalf. Try your luck here in Ravenous Toll. I dare say there are a few stout souls about town who will enter call to arms. Let's get started, shall we? We have a town to ruse. Talk of glory and fame, not a habit of volunteering for lost causes. As long as I trust my instincts tell me to stay all away from Ishgard. She's in the right mess, but that ain't what I want to talk to you about. You need to cast your mind to a scuffle with the Empire out by the Protestant plant. A lad from Little Alamika by the name of Wilfred was there with the 4th that day. One of you've seen him since, have you? Darn it, I feared as much. No one's bloody seen him. It's like the ground opened up and swallowed them all. Around the time Wilfred stopped turning up for duty, then black market weapons went missing from our vaults in Ildar. Of course, half the race suspect the lad of making off with the goods. Looks like to believe our company disciplined fine force, but you and me both know it's nothing more than a motley collection of mercenary adventurers and Grand Company's veterans. Only thing binding us together is some vague oath about fighting for the freedom of all. That and the steady pay. Now, compared to most other in the crew, Wilred's a fresh-faced novice, a bleeding whelp among wolves. Boy's got passion. When he talked about being a guardian of Eorzea, he bloody well meant it. I like him, wouldn't rob us blind and bugger off like that. He ain't the type. Then, and this is just between you, me, and mine, the fact that a lad wanted to tell me about something he noticed in the ledgers. Something about Brave's numbers not adding up. Aye, there's a villain at the end of this trail I've stumbled upon, and I'll bet me good eye it ain't young Wilred. Oh, you got war wage, I'll let you on it? I just thought someone should know. I'll be seeing you, Mana. Ishgard seeks sellswords to bolster her ranks. I'm not sure I like the sound of the siege, those nobles will surely be generous with their rewards. But I am pledged myself to guard Revenant's tool, modest work though it is, I am loath to break terms of my contract, what to do. Blade. Well, them dragons are a fearsome lot, but I say me a fair share of the coin was good. Or from one of the nights before, you know, watched me like a bloody hawk he did, and still in pub with the worst, and that for a heavy purse. Nope. Oh, it's over here. I think not. Dragons claim the lives of everyone of my brothers, and not mean to offer them mine. Twas escape its fate. I took the mental adventure in the first place. Certain died in pursuit of fortune, then huddled behind an icy wall. Sway any hearts? One or two, well, add to mine that makes 34, not including Slaftborn's friends. We'll have the largest company in the army, but I'd say one of Soul's veterans is worth a dozen clanking knights at least. There's been word from Alphanad. Apparently, Alliance leaders are covering Ul'dah to discuss Ishgard's plight. They requested your presence, as usual. Just make your way to Ul'dah and you'll be late. Alphanad said that meet you on the Royal Promenade. Let's go. On my way from town, I hope to proceed with these negotiations one leader at a time, but it seems urgent request for an audience and a proper gathering of the council. Today, I felt obliged to attend. The Alliance leaders are already settled with him. Let's join them, shall we?
We are well aware of Ishgard's dilemma, and we agree with your assessment.
Then I trust there are no objections to the Crystal Braves' intervention.
Ul'dah has none.
Gridania does not object.
The Crystal Braves are yours to command, Alphinaud. Do what you will. We shall pray for your success.
It was my hope that you would offer more substantial aid than prayer. I know it is within your means.
Do not presume that you have knowledge of our every concern. The Garleans and the Beast Tribes are but two of many. We are not in a position to contribute greatly to the defense of Ishgard. Not when our own homes are still under siege.
We dare not leave our interests in Cartano undefended as well. Teleji Adeleji and his ilk would seize control of the territories in our absence.
The enemy is at their gates, and you would cower behind yours?
No one is cowering, boy. We will offer what support we can.
Aye, support. A handful of men and no more.
Would that we could commit more than a token force to this cause. Yet there are others to whom you might turn. The free companies ever want for work.
Ah, yes. The free companies. They're not like to turn you down.
I beg your pardon? You would entrust the survival of Ishgard to sell swords? Crises like these are the very reason why this alliance was formed. It is our duty to aid our fellow man.
My duty is to my country and my people. If you expect us to place the welfare of a foreign power above our own, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Lest you doubt, Limsa comes first, then the Alliance, and finally, circumstances permitting, Ishgard and the rest. If you cannot understand so simple a concept, then you have no place at this table.
Forgive me, Admiral. I was careless in my choice of words.
I suggest you assemble a party of elite adventurers, assuming you haven't already. Your fellows served us well during Operation Archon. I dare say they will do so again. If I may, Your Grace, I wish to propose a redistribution of forces. If we entrust the security of Ul'dah to the Brass Blades for a time, we can dispatch a larger force to Ishgard. Your Grace?
Yes. Yes, of course. Do what you will.
Is Her Grace not feeling well?
To the best of my knowledge, Her Grace is in perfect health.
I see. Carry on.
An apology. Seems you've been constricted leading a kitchen adventures on yet another mission of inestimable danger. Here we have been left with an alternative. We cannot well abandon Lord Hashfont and Sir Emmerich to their fate. Spy that council's decision as short-sighted it is, and strive to fulfill our roles as Eorzeal's guardians. Ilberd, what news? So has begun. I have put this moment to clear our audience with the alliance leaders. Forces into position. Your unit will house on there at the Steel Vigil, and the kings alongside knights and thin the Dravian horse ere they descend upon Ishgard. I'll join you as soon as I am able. Have you and fellow adventurers bolster the at the Step of Faith. First, report to Sir Marcelin at the Gates of Judgment. He will direct you to where you need him most. May the gods grant us victory. No shortage of blade work to be done. Ravine skirmishes part of your harrowing position Central Highlands. Signed, the Crisp Boys and your fellow adventurers contain these scattered attacks, and for present, I will have you join them. Being precursor to the soul of Ishgard proper, while these serpents seek to divide and confuse our forces, we will not be so easily drawn out of position. The Knights will remain on the Steps of Faith and continue operation. The war will rise in force, and they shall face a wall of Ishgardian steel. Report back to me once their advanced skirmishers are claimed. Oh, over there. Dun 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 dun. Oh, hi there. Hi there. Oh, hi there. Okay. Dun dun. Bum, 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 bum. I want to take you down because I don't want you getting in the way. Down. we go. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. This what you say? Driving devils, darn their scaly hides. We'll avenge the deaths of the fellows in battle to come. Put yourself to the siege, you should know what is you are tasked with defending. Beyond the gates of judgment lies the step of faith, a great bridge of stone that leads directly to the city of Ishgard. More than simply a means of crossing the sea of clouds, the bridge serves as a foundation for arcane words that form the barrier we call Ganon's Collar. Last in dispelling banners most layer the thrice darned witch Iceheart stripped the bridge of its protection, thus your dragons are now able to land unhindered upon the steps of faith. Should the Dravanians succeed in destroying the remainders of the war, the winged devils will be free to swarm in the city itself. Not suffer to let it happen shall be our task to defenders, prevent any harm coming to those part of the bridge wherein the wars are sealed. Dispatch our forces. Accordingly, I will ask you in your comments to accompany our defenders at the outermost ward. Hope that includes us as well, yes? Signs of the seventh dawn. Stand well idly while the horde threatens the good people of Ishgard. To do well against Master Louis Wallace has taught us. Where we was assistance, I think it prudent we divide into groups. Ida and I will join the rear guard. Darkness shall reach us, we'll be sure to give them what for. While you pray, speak me when your preparation is complete, and together we shall stand against the horde. Battlefield. Sure, let's do this mission. I should speak with Y'shtola. Go. Set the fear in your heart and defend the bridge with your wife's blood.
Let's finish this quickly, shall we?
I shall make it quick.
Go. This. Oh, hi there. Okay. powerful attack. Fall back now. Go back and forth with assault. Not dying here, not today.
Aoife, to me.
Hey there. Has been reached. Now let's not get lost. Fly back in with more.
No holding back.
died. Oh. Let's run. Let's go see the final warden. That's hard am. That one. Target him. There we go. Perfect. Strong. Garuda, help. Dragons, they're withdrawing. Victory is ours. Nidhogg's greatest champion slain, the Horde will not soon recover from this blow. You, Nidhogg, why did you not join your minions and make of this battle a slaughter? Have you grown so fond of the stench of your lair? Yep, you prefer to have your allies fight your battles for you. You have a girl do your bidding now, do you not? No matter. Just lay Iceheart and all the rest. A year and just spill the blood of a great worm, Nidhogg, and only your death will sate my lance. Hope not 10 more Nidhogg's champions. Target routed, unless you wonder, the fighting still bitter also fierce, but my crystal braids were not found wanting. Mana, true to your word, you arrived to aid us in our hour of need. On behalf of the whole sea and the people of Ishgard, I offer you my humble thanks. Staying alive is well-deserved praise. I fear us a way to oversee the aftermath of the siege. Not all dragons are fled, and there are yet wounded to be carried in field. Pray let's meet anon, and I might express my thanks with proper courtesy. Achieve victory of singular importance. Dragon hordes, less weakened and scattered, the threat to Ishgard have been greatly diminished. They have equally significant. The Holy See must now recognize the necessity of cooperation with foreign powers. Guard their gates against the outside world, but I'm confident they will soon come when Ishgard proclaims itself a member of the Eorzean Alliance once more. Much shall we sacrifice in our struggle against the dragons of Primal, the Askins, the Empire. A step by unaltering step, we march ever nearer to our goal. And as ever, the journey is made with you in the van. The victory you have won this day gives us greater hope for the morrow. I hope that I shall sustain us in the days to come and bear us the past of many evils yet seek to hinder our progress. Yes, we have done well, my friend, and I, for one, will take a moment to savor the enormity of our achievement. So do you allow me? All time for levity, I must accompany Captain Albert to Odal and reassign those braves whose squads suffer heavy losses. You, my friend, earn the rest of the Rising Stone. Pray return to Ravenstall and share your tale of Mephilia in person. See to inform the other nations of what took place here. Do be sure to give our regards to Mephilia. Welcome back. Of course, the world played internet, and the D's never seek to mate. Suimana, thank you. Well, let's do this next stream. Next stream I'll do whatever mission here. I'll see y'all next time. Take care. Bye.